Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking all about DRS, when to use DRS, how does DRS work, as it's the latest feature that's been added to F1 Clash for the 2025 season. All right, so we've been calling for DRS for a very long time, and it's finally here for us to use. So we're going to be explaining it, how it works, and so on and so forth. All right, so before we jump on into the explanation video, you can only get the DRS from the rear wing, and there is only 3 specific rear wings that you could use to get a DRS. The first one up is going to be from Series 4. It's the Epic, and it's going to be the XL. Once you have the XL unlocked, you see the little DRS sign above your status at max level there. That means you have access to the DRS. All right. The other part is going to be the Aeroblade. Once again, with the DRS stat sign above the stat at max level there, allowing you to get the DRS. All right. And we have the final part is going to be the Valkyrie that gives you the DRS. Once you see that little stat there. All the other rare wings does not have the DRS symbol, so they do not offer DRS. They're still good parts to use, but you won't have access to the DRS with those parts. You really want to have access to the DRS feature, as it is extremely good on tracks and gives you a massive boost and a massive advantage on the AIs, the bots, and also on your rivals as well. So I've been doing a lot of duels with a lot of pushing my leagues, and I've ran into quite a fair amount of real players while I'm racing, when I do get the time to race. And majority of the players, some of them knows how to use the DRS properly, some of them don't. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the best strategy I think and how you should use your DRS. All right, before we jump into that, we're gonna take a quick look at the FAQs here, and you see how does DRS works. So we're gonna be taking a quick look at that. All right, so this states that the DRS provides a temporary boost to your car, max speed and overtaking performance with a DRS stat component equipped. After the first lap of the race, you can then activate DRS. All right, it's key to remember that while this can be activated anywhere on the track, the DRS will be most effective on long straights. All right, after it is used, there will be a short cooldown before the DRS can be activated again to make the most out of the performance gain from DRS. Make sure to use your DRS strategically. All right, so that basically explains the DRS and how to get the most out of it. So for you to get the most out of the DRS, you want to be using it on those straights. All right, you don't want to be using the DRS in corners, as it's not going to be as effective as it would be if you're going down a straight. For example, a track like China has a few straights, and you can be tempted to use your DRS on a track like China here. On that main straight is where you can use it, or you could use it on that back straight coming down on China, down the hill, going to the finish line there. All right, so on tracks that I have personally found the DRS to be very difficult to use are tracks like Singapore. Where is Singapore? That track is extremely difficult to use DRS on. Where is it? Because there's not a lot of long straights on Singapore. It's just a lot of corners. But that's the only track that I found to have issues with the DRS. All right. Is it this? Yep, there it is right there, Singapore. All right, there are still 2 short straights on Singapore, where I would say use your DRS there on those two short straights, but it's the only track that I find to have problems when using the DRS to get that full maximum effect, as there's not a lot of track, not a lot of distance on the track at Singapore for the DRS. But other tracks like the Spa here, the DRS is pretty good on that main back straight going all the way up the hill right there. Pretty nice. And for majority of the tracks, wherever there is a straight is where you want to be using your DRS. You don't want to be using it in the corner. You can hold it, all right, because I think you get it once per lap after the recharge takes once per lap after uh, you've used it. All right, wherever you've activated it, it's gonna basically regenerate by the time you get back to that same spot. So if you activate it in a corner, it's gonna be regenerated to come back to you in that same corner. All right, so what you wanna do is make sure that you're using it on the straights so it regenerates and come back to you right on that straights after that first lap is completed. Also, for you to know that you cannot use DRS if you are in the P1 position. The DRS will not work there. If you're in the pits, it definitely is not going to be working in the pits either. If you're under a safety car, it's definitely not going to be working there. All right, so for the most part, the DRS, you need to be using that on those straights. All right, let's jump into a quick race here so we can use our DRS and share with you an example. Exhibition race at the Spa here. Let's go see what kind of qualifiers we get. And this is a nice track to use DRS. You have a good amount of straights at the Spa here. We see the rival out qualifying us there. We're gonna go for 3 laps with our Bearman and 2 with our Dohan, and let's go. All right, we're gonna boost off at the start. Hopefully we get a good start. All right, average start. And we got a nice little launch there. Let's see if our Bearman can squeeze through. He kind of slammed into the back of the rival Bearman and then just get pulled back here. Now he's in the jam. We're gonna cut the boost off there, as it doesn't make any sense to waste it while it's in the jam. And then we got overtaken by AI Bearman. Few glitches right there. Every single time when I'm recording a video, the game always want to be acting up. Always want to be glitchy when I'm recording. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's my device. Maybe it's my device. Let me know down in the comments if the game is always glitchy for you guys. Because when I'm just playing naturally, normally it plays pretty smooth. When I'm just playing normally, I don't really get the bag of glitching. So let me know if it's just me or if it's playing smooth for you guys as well. Now let's see if we can squeeze in here, as our DRS is going to be coming active. Now we see the rival using his DRS there. We're going to clear this corner first, and we're going to use our DRS. And we slap on that DRS there. And there we go. Picking up a nice set of positions with our Bearman as we cruise along with our Bearman here up to P18, as the rival is in P17 leading. He's still boosting away. We're saving some of our boosts. Don't know if he's going to be going into pit here or if he's going to continue. Alright, we're going to be going to pit with our Dohan. We can only do 2 laps, but for another lap, we see the rival also going around for another lap. DRS readily to be activated again. We're going to boost off here. Rival activate his DRS. We wait for this corner, and we'll activate our DRS up the straight here. Take all of that straight with our DRS, picking off the rival. Pretty nice. And let's go back for the medium tires. Boost or Dawn and activate our DRS. So take all of that straight. As Hud said, the DRS is a lot stronger on straights than in corners. So if you want to time it for a track like Spa here, you want to time it perfectly so you don't get it to go into any corners when it's being activated. Alright, so we're gonna go to pit here. Let's see if we can get the jump on the rival. We're in about a minute before arrival. Alright, we got the jump. We didn't get blocked in by the rival. We got a little glitchy there. Cruising out. And we're just gonna DRS to try and overtake all of these guys here. We slam into the back. That's the only thing I don't like with the DRS. Whenever I use it and my driver just slams into the back of a AI car or the rival car and not overtake at all. Just slams into the back. That's the one drawback I have to the DRS. However, the yellow lines show that your DRS is recharging. That's the timer, and once the timer runs out, that's basically where your DRS is going to be reactivated for the most part. Alright, so there it is, now activated. We could boost down the main straight here, but nope, that's not going to be the most effective spot. We could boost from right here like the rival did, but nope, that's not going to be the most effective spot. We're going to boost from there, and by the time we boost, the rival is basically out. We should have gone to pit with our Dawn here. So he's going to run out of tires. We're going to bring him into the softs. The rival should be going back to pit on his soft tires right there. And then we're going to continue to go. So it's not really going to affect our Dohan that much because the rival is going to be going back to pit as we charge our power unit. As we're going to be going around for our final lap and not going back to pit. We see the rival DRS ready to be activated. He's going into pit, so he's going to activate that when he gets out. And then we're going to try and see if we can pick off up to P11 here with our Bearman. We hit that DRS. And he slams into the back of Dohan. And then he managed to squeeze by, so we only got one place with that DRS right there. The rival also pitted. So this race is pretty in the bag from here. But that's basically the new DRS feature in a quick explanation. As we make our way now to the finish line, DRS should be active for our final pull. So we'll make our final pull here with the DRS across the line to win. All right, one little thing you should note that when you activate the DRS, it takes about 3 seconds to get fully energized for your drivers to begin to make up those places, and you see your car begin to push off. All right, it takes about 3 seconds for you to see that. So if you just activate it like that, as you can see, the car is still just traveling at its regular speed, but after about 3 seconds, then it will start to charge down the hill or up the hill, down the straight, wherever you press it. So that's the DRS feature in a nutshell. Pretty nice feature, and the best place to use your DRS is on those straights. All right, so that's the driver, that's the setup, that's the car we had on. All right, and we got another crate there. All right, so look out for our next video coming tomorrow. We also got the sprint race crate there. Got P4. I really don't have much time to do sprint races, so I don't really focus too much on the sprint races, as I don't have the time to do it anyways. All right, so once you've completed a sprint race though, to not go on into another sprint race automatically from this screen, you just want to close out the game and restart it, and it should bring you back to that sprint race screen at the front where you wait for the timer to go out. All right, so that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing, and hopefully this video helps. And remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.